Support WrestleTalk!
Give us a subscribe.
A new WWE authority figure has been revealed. Ronda Rousey takes on the concept of acting. And Kurt Hawkins does not get tacos. I'm Ollie Davis. Click the eye above my head for what you thought of the show, where you can choose from in or core, average, poor and bore, as I review the 4th of June 2018 edition of Monday Night Raw in about 4 minutes. Elias opened Raw by promising he'll win the Intercontinental title from Seth Rollins at Money in the Bank, and then singing a song about smashing a guitar over his back the previous week and insulting insert your hometown sports team here. A very grumpy Rollins interrupted with a chair to hopefully foreshadow a future chair versus guitar match. I can't wait for the eventual chair versus guitar themed pay-per-view. Quicker than you can say holla holla, Jinder Mahal had jumped Seth and Roman Reigns had run down for the save. Several floppy Kurt Angle wrists later, and we got a one-on-one match with the a tag team match, players. Also, Coachman looks pretty different this week. Great body transformation, Coachman! Seth was once again the standout for this fun opener, but after some Sunil Singh interference, Elias pinned Rollins after a DDT on a chair. Guitar versus chair match. I'm telling you. To avoid a 200th consecutive defeat, Kurt Hawkins took on local wrestler James Harden, presumably a joke on the Houston Rockets out-of-form basketball player of the same name. Sports. This was all a backdrop to possibly the best thing on this week's episode, though. Constable Corbin. After beating up Harden to give Hawkins the DQ loss, and then putting Kurt through a goddamn taco, he explained to the Raw general manager that Stephanie McMahon's made him a constable round here to keep Angle in check. What character will Nia Jax be this week? She's a babyface today. Natalya tweaked her knee in their overlong match, which Jax fairly capitalized on for the win. This caused some awkward friction between Natalya's bestie Ronda Rousey and a genuinely remorseful Nia afterwards. The awkwardness continued backstage, where Jax apologized for hurting Natalya, even though that's kind of the reason they wrestle matches in the first place. Natalya then walked off while Nia and Ronda just stayed standing there. Some say they still stand there to this day. This feud seems to work best when it doesn't have layers, and it's just a straight-up fight. Bobby Roode's big plan against Braun Strowman was to put a ladder between him and the monster on the outside. I don't really know what he was planning to do next, but it didn't matter because Braun awesomely smashed the ladder in half with his bare hands. After a promo from Bray Wyatt and Woken Matt Hardy, the entire Raw tag division, Mac and Dolph included, competed in a battle royal to become their new number one contenders. Dolph Ziggler was the first eliminated, which doesn't overly hurt him and Drew McIntyre, but it hardly helps them either. Just keep them out the match altogether, and then they can cut promos about how WWE fears them. The B team won in the end because comedy. Sadly, I'm rather over their act already. After weeks and weeks of awful sister nonsense, now we've got Instagram nonsense. There was a moment of fire to close Lashley and Sami Zayn's latest segment, though. Taunting Bobby from the safety of the rafters, Sami questioned whether Lashley ever even served in the army. This got a genuine ooh from the crowd, and Bobby looked legitimately angered. In a different style of presentation from usual, Jinder and Roman cut promos on each other looking straight into the camera, which turned into a backstage scuffle. Heel Alexa Bliss teamed with faces Sasha Banks and Ember Moon against the Riot Squad next. Bliss quickly feigned injury and walked out on the match though, setting up a Bayley run-in for the save and win later on. Constable Corbin had other ideas though, brilliantly bullying Kurt to overturn the result and tell Bayley, Banks and Moon in person, which meant that the Bayley Banks feud will continue. Before the main event, the Big Show introduced the US Special Olympics team at the top of the ramp for a genuinely heartwarming segment, complete with Finn Balor giving them 2 sweets in his entrance, because Balor Club is for everyone, unless you're in Jeddah. The only thing missing was Kevin Owens pop-up powerbombing one of the athletes on his way to the ring. Despite this looking like a dream match on paper, Owens and Balor's first ever match on the main roster, that action was rather plodding, with KO grinding down Finn for the majority and then a terrible DQ finish. Owens continued his beatdown after the match, but Balor made a comeback, hitting a coup de grace off a ladder and then unhooking the Money in the Bank briefcase to close the show. So Finn's losing on June 17th then. Constable Corbin aside, there was nothing stand out about this episode at all. And for a 3-hour show, WWE really need to do better. This week's Raw is poor. What does the CM in CM Punk actually stand for? Find out by clicking the video on screen now, and give us a subscribe to keep up to date with all the latest backstage wrestling news. I've been Ollie Davis, and that was wrestling.